Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Legends of Tarot for Sunday, March 31st, 2019. Thank you all for being here. I want to express my appreciation of you for viewing and commenting and subscribing and hitting the button if you like. And I also want to wish you the best in joy, peace, abundance, prosperity, all those things. And hey, it's March 31st, so when we talk about legend, we cannot forget about the man they call Rene Descartes, who was born on March 31st. About 420 some odd years ago, it was like the late 1500s, early 1600s. He did some incredible work in math and science. He kind of bridged calculus and geometry. He did a bunch of other things in philosophy, if you remember. I think, therefore, I am, right? Which kind of gets you about halfway there because he was woke. Like, Descartes was like, he was early woke as fook, because with his philosophies, he really understood consciousness. I think, therefore, I am kind of only gets you halfway there. You have to kind of flip it, and you're like, I am, therefore, I think. You got to be able to see both sides of the coins, because things in the 5D and things in super consciousness are not overly linear, and it was hard for it's hard for us to get our heads around it today. And imagine doing it back in the late 1500s, right, when he was a young guy. And he also was the first to sort of document how he felt that his 3D existence, like his reality, his sight, his senses, his hands, his environment, were limiting, or they were imposed on him in some limiting fashion. That he knew his consciousness and his spirit and things were much more, right? And he's well documented. We know his birth date was here on March 31st, and it is a Sunday, a crown chakra day. So I hope you're all feeling that kind of maybe some enlightening type energies. Remember, there's a lot of healing and enlightenment, and we want to make sure that we're tapped in and tuned in as much as we can through our days. Hopefully there's no troubles going on in the three. He was probably the first one. Like, they think the Matrix is, a concept of like a spin-off New Age or of the movie. No, Descartes was the first one to actually like kind of log like, hey, the whole thing is, the potential is there for it to be a limiting kind of matrix. We need to like break out of it or wake up, that kind of thing. So happy birthday, Rene Descartes, and let's see what's going on for your guys' tarot out there. Again, thanks for tuning in. That's awesome of you, and I hope you'll join me as we tell a little story for tarot for the collective for this day. Look at that, Two of Cups. A harmonious day for travel and for getting together. I feel it's a good time to share spare hours. If you typically do have loved ones in your environment, pull them close and make sure, like, well, I'm seeing things like family game nights, or calling that friend and making sure you hit up the Starbucks or the Dunkin' Donuts to get out there to catch up and to make a memory, and to feel the vibration that when we share our love, the mirroring images we have when we're with our loved ones, to give and receive such good feelings and love. So that's harmony, and I get that feeling through the evening hours on this Sunday coming up. But you can make it all day. If you wake up in that energy, the earlier in the day you align with the good energy, the more you'll get out of it. The more focused it will allow you to be. Okay, and here we've got this Judgment card too, right? And that's a strong card in the supporting energy, and I feel that this card here is to bring you above. We want to sometimes be away from structure when it comes to our thought forms, and let it all just wiggle a little bit. Let everything have its vibration, kind of like letting go of control, letting go of regimented viewpoints on things, whether they're ideas or maybe you just find yourself bouncing around. Allow yourself to give yourself the space. Don't be too hard on yourself, is what this card is saying. Like, let go of some worry. Let go of limiting viewpoints and things like that, and give yourself permission to relax, more or less. Give yourself permission to take time off. There's nothing that we need to have on this day that makes us feel, I shouldn't do that. I just shouldn't do that, right? We're all grown-ups here. If it feels good, do it. Like, that kind of thing. As long as we're not hurting anybody, that's what this card is saying as well. It's fine for that kind of energy here on this Sunday and this end of the month. And, I kind of almost even thought maybe we should do a March wrap up on this show, or do a April collective reading for the whole month of April for all signs. Let me know what you think about that. But then I thought, no, let's just talk about the 31st. Let's keep the dailies daily, right? I have a lot of fun doing these readings for you guys, and I hope you're all enjoying them. That sort of thing. So allow yourself to do those things, and don't hold yourself in contempt on any kind of subtle level for, just, well, it's not goofing off. I'm relaxing, right? That kind of stuff. And that's what you want to feel. That's kind of what you want to get in there. All right. Oh, wow. And this is really nice to see. This is nice to see. This is a card of rebirth. So for many of you, maybe March, the first day going into April, has more rebirth energy to it. The Phoenix rising. This is crown chakra energy coming through, even going to the etheric beyond, right? I feel many of you that are awakening are going to be feeling very high vibrations today. And I want to make sure you're aligned with it. It will be your body may be sending signals to you on this day of what to take care of. Any decision making should go in through the feeling in the body, and take time to check in with the body, breathe into any discomforts or pains that you might be having at this time, to reveal them, or to get a sense of where they're at, and bring it into awareness for healing, right? Through spiritual five-dimensional and etheric healing. Okay, it's a strong supporting energy for this day. The moon is at apogee as well, which means she's pretty far away. So you could feel a pull, or you could feel a tug to say, all right, if we're not going to feel guilty about the little things that we do, let's make sure, if anything, that we're nice and prepared for any upcoming 3D stuff and for the upcoming week. And it's kind of like good preparation, good organization, a rebirth, because if we're so busy being conscious of the little things around us, like folding our clothes or talking to so and so, or making sure this loose end is tied up, the feeling is that sometimes we can't get into taking the more subtle and deeper levels of self-care, because the mind is too focused on the environment around us. And maybe that is particularly what Descartes was speaking of, as calling this environment, or all of our senses, the subtle things that we put our consciousness and our awareness on. They are limiting because they can be distracting, when really we want to turn within and find that and fill up and well up from within, so that we go forward with the best form of health, the highest level of vibration when we enter into a room. And I want that for all of you guys, because the more people that do that, the more people become aware, and you're actually doing the light work, you're doing the help to allow the 3D field or the 5D field to go forward and to grow within lots of people. And it starts when you yourself don't have to worry about subtle adversities, and you can focus on subtle personal and spiritual growth. Okay, so thanks for that 5D card, and we're going to see you tomorrow, and it's going to be the start of a new month, April 1. So we'll see you all tomorrow, fools.